You want to pause?
Isn't it paused?
No.
It's repeating over and over.
I mean, if it's paused for you, that's all that matters.
Okay, is it paused now?
Yeah, no, it's paused.
Okay, so onward to a lot of new players' nightmares.
I love this place. I love this place.
What do you mean,
so
Eden or the game Illusion?
It's so bloomy.
You're terrible at holding surprises for.
So yeah, it was fake all along. This place has just a whole slew of confusing teleportations and just, hey, this is actually a pathway. Did you know that?
I'll also get ready to be stuck hearing this music for a really long time if you play without walkthroughs.
I think it'd been amusing if it would have been a switch to flip it over and you could flip it back. You could
like,
progress.
I want to go back to regular Eden.
This is nice.
Back in Eden, it was all like pleasant and calm, but now it's just. I feel like this place is mocking me.
In
order for me to quote unquote open up that chest, I have to walk past all of those already open ones.
Every time I watch La-Mulana, I kind of want to play Spelunky because Spelunky doesn't hate me as much.
Very similar, yeah.
But which is harder?
Yes.
I don't know. Spelunky's got the whole RNG mechanic to it.
I would say there's parts to each.
Hidden coin chest.
Coin.
Like Spelunky's just ragey while this game is malicious.
Coin?
Yeah, I would say la-mulana is malicious. Yeah.
Is this really like, oh, I could just jump down here and then climb back up?
Oh yeah, you can go downstairs.
On a skeleton.
Fucking skeletons. I also hate those things.
Wherever they are.
Jump dogs. We call them jump dogs.
What's jump dog?
Not much you.
Jump.
The solution to this puzzle is not to go on either path, but to scan that blue spot right there. That opens that up, I can fall right through, and that lands me up here. How that makes sense, I don't know.
It tells you to look around like an idiot. like that's what that thing tells you.
Oh man, that chest is open up now, but where's the glow to it?
You see this glow? I don't remember that entire dialogue from that episode of C-Lab. Does anyone else?
Tells me to defeat you.
Not that glow. The Feng Shui guy.
I barely remember that one. That was not one of my favorite episodes.
So yeah, that chest was really explosive.
Welcome to La-Mulana Part 3.
No, that's not till later.
Mape.
Yeah, got a map.
Yeah. A lot of good it does your hair.
Yeah, I would agree. It does a fat lot of good here. I gotta go fucking climb back up and find the teleportation spot.
Find the ripple.
And like, if you
use it to defeat Dio.
You can't really see it on the recordings here, but in-game you can see ripples.
It's very faint, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to find the ripple.
Dio, like a steamroller.
So going back in the way I came brings me up here.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And then if I go down in that spot, that brings me down there, which I can teleport. And then before I can teleport it again, I have to go through that pathway.
Speaking of JoJo, Sue, you gotta like finish watching Part 4 before Part 5 gets announced.
I gotta get Tracy to watch the rest of Part 1.
Yeah.
I actually gotta start watching JoJo.
You should. You got a gap.
I got a very big gap, because I haven't actually started.
It's not as hard to watch as you might think. It's actually more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Sui hates everything.
It can be dumb, but it's still great.
Sui's our Gordon Ramsay. Except not British.
This episode is still raw!
This is shit, your shit, everything shit except JoJo, it's like.
It's not that it's okay, so he tolerates it.
It just vomited a treasure chest.
If I were to check it, the description would say, "Oh, ew, it's all covered in spit."
Okay, little vomit story real quick. Not personal.
Oh.
In the current big arc that Marvel's doing in their comic, the Secret Empire thing, where Captain America's a Nazi and took over like the government. Like the heroes and the bad guys are rushing to collect fragments of the Cosmic Cube, which is the thing that kind of put the world in the situation to begin with. Heroes want to use it to fix it, and evil Captain America just doesn't want them to have any fun at all. So, like while they're trying to collect it, the Avengers run across Inhuman, whose power is anything he visualizes he can puke up. They introduced him early on. He like looks at a lunchbox and pukes up that lunchbox. He like looked at a picture of it. It wasn't even the lunchbox.
Oh.
So they finally get him to like the leaders of the Resistance with his Falcon and the AI that's kept Iron Man right now. And they show him a picture of one of the last Cosmic Cube fabric. It said visualize this, and he throws it up. And like, oh my god, it was that easy. By the way, his nickname is Barf.
Of course it was.
That makes sense. Now you have softwares.
One thing I forgot about unlocking that fish shop, or the secret part of that fish shop, is that I didn't realize it would fucking explode when you unlocked it. So the skeleton's mad that I brought him back his treasure covered in spit, so he just gives me an anchor as a reward.
You suck.
Don't you ever show your face around here again.
Also, I know it's pointed out how sadistic the Olmec face is look here.
Yeah. It's kind of a... Well, I don't know how to describe. Like, the first area is all like, it was...
The gate of guidance.
Yeah, it's
the gate of illusion.
But in this area...
This is the gate of go fuck yourself.
It's like, oh, you want a helping hand? Well, fuck you. Go get lost, you fucker. And like right here, the fool who relies on his eyes to see will never find his way out of the labyrinth. That's just a skip so I can get back here. Totally normal. Now I have to prove that I am small. It's like, gee, I wonder who's big inside this temple that can prove to me that I am small.
You gotta go prove your micro fetish.
I like my partners really big. So I just had to use the doll in front of any of the giant statues and that finished the puzzle.
Music's so happy.
I prefer the other side's music.
Also,
oh yeah.
Here is the page of barfing up that lunchbox.
Now I thought I had to go back to that skeleton guy to get to the next area, but no, I just had to go through that wall.
Huh.
Do his jaw unhinges so it can come out.
And now that just make me think of that like fake TV show that Strongman was watching called Dartmouth. It's like, Dartmouth, he's getting away! Don't worry, I got this. Just darts come out.
There is after he puked up that Cosmic Cube fragment.
I had to be very quick with that puzzle. I'm trying...
all the dice disappeared.
Who was it, like, that was either recording or streaming this that was doing that fight with Chi-Yu? Was it you, Sweet?
Probably was me.
Because I was thinking it was either you or Marcus.
I fucking hate that fight.
That is the happiest background face.
Well, it's more like he's laughing at your misery.
Dance for me, puppet! Dance for me!
Just like some blood dripping out of its mouth.
To the living, it's not too late. Turn back. The illusions only continue. That's what all three of these say.
All of the faces look like King Tut from the 60s Batman show.
LaMesa practicing his shanking.
You gonna shank a bitch.
Also, you keep spelling LaMesa wrong. You keep pronouncing LaMesa wrong.
I know. I get them mixed up.
LaMenza.
It's LaMesa, not LaMenza. Now, one thing I was trying to do through all this was get the fairy clothes as soon as possible, since once I get them, it reduces all damage I get by half. And in hard mode, that is very useful. But unfortunately, I don't have... I think it's the Mirai.exe that lets me teleport to the backside dungeons.
I had that, like... That was something I came across, like, really early. Before... I had it long before I got...
That's a special bat, Pancakes. You do not fuck with the special bat.
Lonely house moving.
But it's just like...
Which one was that?
I don't remember.
No, I'm talking about, like, the actual game.
I know, that's what I'm saying, I don't remember. We get the Iron Fairy.
Hooray!
More loots.
Today has come for Ayumi's big move to city life in Saitama. More than her friend, not quite her sweetheart, Hashio tears her off with the true feelings buried deep in his heart. As the truck pulls off, the heartache written on Ayumi's face summons back the memories of that day. The words he couldn't say, alone in this dusty country road, Hashio slips into quiet melancholy. Before he knows what he's doing, he finds himself running full tilt after her, with some kind of country music playing at the title screen for the game.
Okay, so down below this room is where the fairy clothes are. And the time it took for me to get here with the key fairy.
The key fairy was the fucking problem.
Yeah, it's like by the time I got into that room, the key fairy would already be gone. So I had to warp here to get in time. So that meant I had to go find Mirai.exe. And that is in the Graveyard of the Giants.
That would be why, because I spent a lot of time there.
So, is it bad the only other Nagoro game I know is Rose and Camellia?
It's probably that way for a lot of people.
Yeah. I
that is a pretty
off...
funny game, though.
Yeah, I should show off both versions of that. The regular one and the la-mulana version.
Just add it to the end of this when you get done.
It's like add that in as like bonus content. Because I do need to show off Time Attack as well as those games.
I know this will never be seen by the relevant parties, but I really hope he's feeling better after the time in the hospital.
Yeah. It's never fun to get overworked.
And it turns out that the devs watch every single la-mulana stream that goes up on YouTube. And sits here and listens to that line. It's like, I don't know what these people are saying.
So one quick way I found that I could get to the Graveyard of the Giants...
Is jumping through here.
Yeah.
No, you're an old school la-mulana.
Getting to the Graveyard of the Giants without fighting Sakit is by taking a shortcut through the Tower of the Goddess.
Okay, so like I did the boss in the Gate of Guidance first, but I did fight Sakit next, so I had that advantage. I don't feel like
writing anymore.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the tablets in this area are great because it's just like the designers just writing in shit. It's just like writing in 8-bit is hard. So by attacking this spot in particular, activates a shortcut straight to the Tower of the Goddess without me having to fight Bahamut. The only problem is...
This is a wonderful place to be in the dark.
Yeah, it's like, this is the problem. In order for me to activate the lights, I have to get to the beginning area of all this.
Yeah, I'm looking at where you are, and this would be fucking noxious.
Thanks, sir. When you said that, the Castlevania 2 night music started playing in my head.
Well, I mean, there are, like, Medusa-esque heads in this place.
Yeah.
And those fucking invisible creatures are pissing me off. Ah, there we go, full health.
Dumbcast 3 is
creepy,
my top
just...
recommended video on YouTube.
What is?
Dumbcast 3.
Oh. And you were there for it.
It doesn't know that.
Bubbling around the dark, yay!
Through the tubes.
This place is full of tubes.
I don't want a sub.
Well, like, this was the proposed flying tower that the Giants were trying to make to send Mother back to the sky.
Or just get rid of Mother in general.
And they were probably gathering all the water to make a liquid hydrogen rocket, and with the oxidizer.
I mean, that's why the Infernal Cavern was made, was to, like, create all the steam.
Taking the downfall of that planet's Mother found out.
Lights are back on!
She's the one who wanted them to do it!
Send me to space!
She got stuck here, and she's like, fuck it, I want off.
The opposite of Genova.
The music here was always so fucking weird.
And, like, compared to the MSX version, the MSX, like, version of this area had, like, a very creepy vibe to it. This is more... chaotic, I could say.
I mean, the music here was fitting. Honestly, like, this might sound, like, heretical to some people, but, like, the soundtrack for this far outdid the MSX one every single time.
Yeah, like, there are definitely some tracks in the MSX version I like a lot more than the remake, but the remake overall has a lot of really good tracks to it. And this is one of my favorites.
I'm replacing all the music for the rest of these recordings on my end with the Castlevania 2 night theme now.
Well, it's fitting, Koki. I also wanted to point out that while I was still fumbling around the dark, when I turned a corner, one of those floating eyes was just right in front of me. Imagine, like, turning around and one of those things just being right in front of you.
I'm imagining la-mulana in VR.
I would probably scream and then punch it.
Punch the eye! Now this is an important tablet over here because scanning this and then activating that dice down there activates the 2 spots in the spring of the goddess that I can break open and flood the tower.
Just remember, if their floating eyeballs are an entire weak spot.
Okay, so that's what the invisible things are called. A bow, a Q. That's a dumb name for them. And one is chasing me. I can barely see it. So, like, one trick I found to getting rid of these things is that since the axe has that delay to it, like, it has a very long attack frame. And I noticed that I can abuse that while I'm moving forward and on that downswing to, like, catch the invisible creatures off guard. Oh great, another one's after me. Fuck is it? Oh, I guess I already killed it.
Poor animal. Its master sent it to attack you, and by the time it got to the end of its path and turned around, its master was dead. And then you murdered its face.
It's like, guess what, buddy? You're next.
That's what happens when you blindly follow orders.
One interesting thing about this tower in particular, if you fall down, I want to say 10 times,
They give you,
they give you a shortcut.
the easy way up.
But on hard mode, that does not show up.
Makes sense.
Maybe you just have to fall down 100 times.
But why did I go back here? I don't know why.
Oh,
Hey, why Those bugs are having such a fun time.
I still want to know. I still want to know what those things are. They look like maggots or something.
They are Grubhub.
They are Grubhub. They are Grub.
Oh wait, now I know what I'm doing. I'm flooding the tower.
Above grub.
So here's one way to the tower. Or one way to the spring.
This is my life now.
Just gotta break those things, and that's one part flooded. Now I think the clue was saying something like one of the giants points at something, and then I can't remember the particular god's name. It was like
And
a
then
new
it
key.
explodes.
A new key or an out key. It faces away from it. I was like, I don't know why I was going down there. This way's faster. I have to get past these fucking weird fish with guns in their crotches.
Gun crotch 2.0.
I think it's supposed to be a fin, but
That does not look like a fin to me. That looks like a
yeah.
gun.
you just killed the water. Okay, so I have a question here. Now, all these places having inverses. I know that the Tower of the Goddess is inverse to the Tower of Ruin, which leads me to a question. What was the inverse of the lake?
The lake?
Yeah, the water tower.
Oh, you know, the Spring of the Sky? I would probably say that would be the Inferno
Does it-
Cavern.
That's not an inverse, though.
And,
Yeah, that's opposite of above ground is underground. Opposite desert or lake is a desert. There you go.
opposite of water is fire.
Yeah, but you can't inverse warp there. That's the thing. It's not an inverse. It's not a mirror world.
Technicalities.
Well, then
This
I
is
wouldn't
Tube
know
from
how to...
Earthworm Jim. Somebody should
But-
stream that.
It's the internet.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe the inverse of the Spring of the Sky maybe is the Extinction Chamber.
No, that's the Chamber of Birth.
Oh. That's, the inverse of the Tower of Ruin is the Inferno Cavern.
So the Tower of Ruin was inverse to the Tower of the Goddess.
No, the inverse of the Tower of the Goddess is the Spring of the Sky. Because
Oh.
when you beat Bahamut, that brings the door in the surface brings you here.
I thought it opened up the other way.
No.
Well, I guess it sorts out my question then. I'm glad to have that answer.
Yep. Now, if I had been faster with this key fairy, I could have unlocked a chest that is up towards the top of the tower, but I think she disappeared before then.
Aw.
But also, since I got that, the Glyph of Truth, I can see those fuckers now.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
They're still hard to hit, but at least I can see them now. That unlocks the way to one of the philosophers, but I can't talk to him unless I got the ocarina. And climbing up here is fun, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
And the fun, and the good part here is now there's two of them here. I don't need to know how to climb the tower, Zelpud. Also, what the hell is that thing?
You even tower Lameza. You-
It's the tower face.
Yeah, the word Lameza sounds kind of like a Tex-Mex take on lasagna.
Aw.
Yeah.
Just as bad as Medusa heads.
Gotta destroy these things for whatever reason. Oh
you
no!
have
Oh,
I thought it was so they give you platforms.
Throw down some
no!
corn tortilla,
Sadly,
then a
those
layer of
platforms
refried
disappear
beans.
after a while. They are. I do have to destroy them so I can get the plane model. I think that was one way I got through this tower during one of my first last playthroughs. Was that I would jump high, cling to the wall, and then use the grapple claw to just like fling myself back.
Yeah.
But I found this other way of like doing this kind of odd double jump, against the ceiling.
This is a bad run in the tower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm getting rid of these things anyway.
Well, I mean, it's more like the not Medusa heads
Yeah.
bumping into you. No, no!
Well, I was trying to get that green thing before it disappeared, but
Yeah.
it's gone. Oh, that one almost hit me. I don't know if you heard that or not, but that thing just disappeared on its own. So those platforms do stick around long enough for you to use them, but they don't stay around for long. But yeah, that was the weird jump I was talking about. Especially once I get up here.
You know, all I can think about is somebody
Oh
watching
no!
this as a walkthrough for the game.
Zawarudo!
You just cut because fuck it, right?
I have not seen me climb up this tower for the umpteenth
Again.
time. Fuck the Medusa heads and fuck these invisible fuckers. With the one nice thing though, they do not mess with you while you're climbing a ladder. I don't know why they don't, but they don't.
Yeah, they have honor.
They're not monsters.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I saved
They
my.
lost a little bit of progress that time.
Oh no!
Zawarudo!
It's like, oh god, I saved myself. No!
Just when you thought it was safe,
It
you
wasn't.
you fall down the goddamn tower again.
This is where the mother's wishes are granted, and mine aren't.
Mom's wish is for you to fall down the tower. It pleases mother.
Again!
Mommy legs.
So,
Ugh.
so that tablet was saying, like, the left leads to the secret of life, the other one leads to the secret of destruction. That alludes to the left path, which leads to the Gate of Illusion, and subsequently the puzzle for unlocking the Gear of Life. This side, however, leads me to getting the bombs.
Boom!
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, these guys aren't too hard to deal with, but they can be annoying. It's like, oh, a path left, and that must mean this wall's breakable. What are you laughing about, Ferris?
I'll wait until the video's over.
You just killed the McDonald's mascot. And then his eye
Yay.
detached. I don't remember his name because fuck it.
The Grimace, but you can't kill the Grimace.
You can't. You can't.
You can forget that already? Nothing
yeah.
can kill the Grimace.
And for stepping on both of those platforms, that opens that chest up, and I can get the plane model.
Your weapons have no effect on. Your weapons have no effect on the Grimace.
What's wrong? Are you craving my McNuggies?
Pancakes and Deadwood, everyone.
What?
That was a good quote though.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that.
The plane model won't be used for quite a while.
A while.
But, yeah. But we will be seeing it. I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, now I remember.
You killed the statue.
Yeah, getting the plane model gets rid of the statue.
You killed it.
I didn't kill it; it disappeared.
You killed it.
So here's the other side to the Game Illusion, which we won't be going to until later.
Nope.
It's like, fuck that, I want to give me some bombs. And if I get the bombs, then I can get the Lamp of Time.
No, Rudo.
Time
Real
travel.
Zarudo.
Time travel means bitches.
So this one doesn't disappear like normal, because it wants to chuck its shield at you. Here we go. Hate these guys. I was about to go over there, it's like, oh wait, there's a tablet. That was just hinting at later treasures that I need the talisman for.
The talisman.
The la-mulana talisman.
Oh yeah, the Kamehameha turtles.
And lots of ice. That's always fun. Fucking spikes!
Dogs want to ruin you.
I thought that was one of the platforms I had to stand on to get these flame jets to activate, but no, it was that one.
Activate the nug.
Nug activated.
What'd you get?
Nug. Nug activated.
This is another song I really like.
This is like my favorite track in the game. Kind of wish Johnny did this track instead of the Tiamat theme.
I mean, the Tiamat theme is still good.
Yeah. I just would have
Yell?
preferred Giant's Cry.
Yell at him in comments every day until
Or like yell him in on his
rude.
Patreon.
I don't have money to patron anyone.
not that attitude.
I can't access my Patreon money either. I don't have a bank account.
I thought you were fixing that.
I was trying, but I haven't gotten any response yet. I'm probably gonna have to refile shit.
Go to a bank.
Goddamn spike
Yeah,
tigers.
Do that too.
That's what I did.
I don't like. I have to depend on transport from someone else, though.
They might give you a toaster.
A bank might give me a toaster.
That's what they used to do. Get an account and they give you a toaster. It's like a running gag.
Open an account with us, and you'll have an account with us.
Now this just make me
My
think of
icon
like
of
all that
Discord.
shit Germa was going through with like the Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, what was that, Cookie?
Change my icon on Discord.
Is that another bear?
Yeah.
It's a different
The
bear this time.
who is driving bear is driving bear. Who is driving? Oh my god, bear is driving. This cannot be.
What do you guys say, fella? Oh,
And
it's
for
giant.
anyone who is not familiar with that, it's from that video.
I think he was just like talking about the bombs, but he's also just like, hey, is it cramped in here, or is it just me?
You're big.
Here's where I get the bombs, but I have to defeat this fucker first. And look how much health I lose.
Angry Scythe Fox.
He just did like 74 damage on me.
He was angry.
Eat a dick.
I don't think I fight him till like not the next video, but I think the one after that. Or is it a later one? I can't remember when exactly it is.
Sev,
Save?
you've saved
It has saved.
because that's the end of Ved.